Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Nama saya Aiman Hakim bin Abdul Rauf, nombor metrik 10 DTK 19F1023 dari kelas DTK 4A.
Dan nama saya Muhammad Syamil Aiman bin Zamzani, nombor metrik 10 DTK 19F1016 dari kelas DTK 4A.
Jadi hari ini kami akan buat practical work 3, iaitu tajuk tentang ESP32 menggunakan HTTP protocol. Let's go.
Prosedur pertama, part A, controlling LED using web server. Okey, pertama kami akan buat circuit dahulu, iaitu sambungkan dua LED menggunakan ESP32 yang ditunjukkan di schematic diagram. Satu LED disambungkan ke GPIO 26, lagi satu disambungkan ke GPIO 27. Selepas itu gunakan kod di bawah yang dalam lab. Seterusnya masukkan kod ke dalam ESP32. Yang pertama, sambungkan ESP32 ke komputer anda. Lepas itu di Arduino IDE pilih tool board yang mana ESP32 Wikit DOIT board. Seterusnya pilih COM port di tool dan port. Selepas itu tekan upload button di Arduino IDE, tunggu beberapa saat untuk kod compile dan upload di board anda. Tunggu setelah munculnya done uploading message.
Okay, setelah masukkan kod ke dalam ESP32, kita akan cari IP address-nya. Yang pertama, buka serial monitor at baud rate of 115200. Press the ESP32 EN button. Reset. The ESP32 connects to Wi-Fi and output the ESP IP address on the serial monitor. Copy the IP address because it will need to access the ESP32 at web server. Seterusnya, untuk accessing the web server. To access the web server, open your browser, paste the ESP32 IP address and you'll see the following page. In our case, it is 192.168.1.135. If you take a look at the serial monitor, you can see what's happening on the background. The ESP32 received an HTTP request from a new client. You can also see other information about the HTTP request. Seterusnya, test the web server. Now you can test if your web server is working properly. Click the button to control LEDs. At the same time, you can take a look at the serial monitor to see what's going on in the background. For example, when you click the button to turn GPIO 26 on, ESP32 receive a request on 26 on 36/on URL. When the ESP32 receives the request, it turns the LED attached to 36 on and update its state on the web server. The button for GPIO 27 works in a similar way. Test that if it's working properly. Next, part B, DHT11 web server. Before proceeding to the web server, you need to wire the DHT11 or DHT22 sensor to the ESP32 as shown in the following schematic diagram. In this case, we're connecting to the data pin to GPIO22, but you can connect it to any other digital pin. You can use this schematic diagram for both DHT11 and DHT22 sensor. But first, you need to install a couple of libraries for this project. As you can see this, I will show the list here. Next, follow the next instruction to install those libraries.
Seterusnya, masukkan kod ke dalam ESP32. Selepas kod di-upload, buka serial monitor tekan broad rate, dan pilih 1152200. Tekan ESP32 button reset. ESP32 IP address, pastikan akan muncul di screen sharing monitor. Okey, buka browser dan type ESP32 IP address. Di web server anda akan dipaparkan bacaan terkini, suhu dan kelembapan.
Conclusion. In this practical work 3, we learn to write codes to establish a connection to the internet and display data from sensor to web browser successfully. We achieve this by using Wi-Fi.begin coding and change the SSID and password of the code of the SSID and password of the network we use. To view the data from the sensor in the web browser, we just simply copy paste the IP address in the serial monitor into a browser address bar and then click search. Okey, itu saja daripada practical work kami. Terima kasih kerana menonton.